Okay, so in this question, calculating bearings, okay, the first one we're looking at here is the bearing of the sea breeze from Mullin Harbour, okay. And you can see there I've underlined from Mullin Harbour because where it's from is where we put our protractor, okay, where we measure it from. So we're gonna put our protractor at Mullin Harbour to measure the bearing of sea breeze from it. So we need to join these two up to start with, okay. So we join sea breeze and Mullin up. And as I said, because it said from Mullin Harbour, I'm going to get my protractor, place it on the top, okay, of Mullin. Okay, so the origin of the protractor's on that point there, okay, and then the baseline axis there, okay, going to 0, has to be on top of the north line, okay, so just be sure of those two things, okay, the origin here on that point, and then that axis there, okay, the baseline there, pointing upwards. So we're going to start measuring the bearing, and remember with bearings we go clockwise, okay, from the north. So you can see then 0 is where we're going to start from, obviously, counting from, and that's on the outside, so we'll measure then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, okay, and 60, I think I've got 61 actually, okay, I think that measures there to be 61. So that's my angle measure there, okay. Now if you've got 60 or 62 maybe, it's going to be okay, right? There's an allowance there, okay. But what there isn't an allowance for is if you put your answer just as that there. If you did that, 61, you'd get nothing, okay, for that. Yes, you've got to put degrees there, but more importantly, okay, to get the mark, you've got to put a 0 in front. Okay, if it's a 2-digit number, you need to put a 0 there, because bearings have to be 3 digits, okay? So 61 by itself is not enough. You put a 0 in front and say 061, 3-digit number, okay? Now, for the next one, the bearing of Catcher Harbour from Mullin Harbour, okay? So again, it's from here, okay? But this is that time now, it's to Catcher. So I'm going to join that up, okay? Get my protractor. Again, it's from Mullin Harbour here. So the origin of the protractor on that point. And then I'm going to start counting around 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, all the way around 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Look, spot on. It's exactly 150 with me. Again, you might have slightly different reading, but it's going to be very close to that, right? Just accuracy is important. Your line might be slightly different to mine, okay, which might lead to a slightly different answer, but there is an allowance there, okay? As long as you're careful, you're probably going to get the marks. And it's, you can see there's a 3-digit number, so I don't need to put a 0 in front.